my kitchen, bem-vindos à minha cozinha. It's sourdough time. My sourdough has been dorm for a couple months in my refrigerator. And yesterday I fed it a couple times and I'm so happy that it was right here and it's double, and I'm gonna make some pumpkin sourdough bread. I can't wait. It's fall and I am ready for some pumpkin. So I need 200 grams. I'm doubling the recipe. I need 200 grams of starter, active starter. And this starter, oh, it smells so good. So I have 200 grams of active starter. And then I need 4 grams of water. And I'm doubling the recipe because, of course, I'm not just gonna make one. I'm not just gonna make one loaf. And then I have here 400 grams of pumpkin puree. I will put just one loaf, the original recipe, on the description for this sourdough, pumpkin sourdough bread. It's that time of the year. I love anything pumpkin. So anyway, so I'm gonna mix my water, my pumpkin, and mix everything. And kind of combine all that. I've been wanting to make sourdough bread, but the weather is too hot. You don't feel like baking. So anyway, so I mix my water, my starter, and my pumpkin, and this is what it looks like. I'm gonna add my sugar. This is brown sugar. Mix all this and combine. And then in here I have pumpkin spice, and I make my own. I will leave a recipe how I made my pumpkin spice. We don't have to go buy pumpkin spice. Most of the time we have all those spices at home. And then some salt. I'm using fine salt. And then I'm gonna combine all this. This is one delicious bread. And because that starter has kind of been in for at least 2 months, I didn't do nothing for 2 months of sourdough. And I was so surprised that in just 2 feedings, it grew that much. Makes me so happy. So now I'm gonna pour all my flour with spices and my salt. And I'm gonna mix until it turns into a shaggy dough. I'm making this today, but I won't bake it until tomorrow. But I've been wanting to make this pumpkin sourdough bread. Gotta get my hands. Can't do with the tools. And depending the flour, you might have to add a little bit more water, or sometimes the pumpkin is not, because you replacing the water content with the pumpkin also, but sometimes it's not enough. And you just want to mix until all that flour is combined, and it's going to be a very sticky dough. And that's normal. You've seen me make sourdough bread. So anyway, so now I'm gonna let this here sit for about 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna start doing full flips and folds every 30 minutes until I do a set of 4, and then I'm gonna let it bulk ferment. So anyway, and my sourdough is done. I'm gonna cover and let it sit here in the counter. Do my second stretch and fold. The dough feels so good. I'm gonna do a couple coil folds. Okay, cover and let them sit for another 30 minutes. Okay friends, I'm in my last flip and folds or coil folds, and I was supposed to leave some brown sugar and some of the spice to incorporate in this fold. You want to see a ribbon of the cinnamon and all the pumpkin spice throughout. So with doing in this fold, you will see that. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I have here a 1/4 cup of sugar that I put with pumpkin spice, and then I'm gonna incorporate that into this fold and then let it bulk ferment. So that's what I'm doing. So if you want to do it all at this time, you can. I incorporate everything in the flour, but I was supposed to leave some out. But anyway, I get all excited in doing things and don't pay attention till you go look at the recipe. You don't do this that often. So anyway, so now I incorporate all that sugar and that the pumpkin spice, and then I'm gonna do some coil folds, and then I'm gonna let this sit here for at least 10 to 12 hours or until it doubles in size. So it all depends where the weather. So anyway, I put this in my oven on proof just to speed this up, because I need to shape it this afternoon because I want to bake it tomorrow, and I need to leave this in the refrigerator overnight. So put it in the oven on proof, it'll speed up. Okay friends, it's been a couple days. I didn't get to my sourdough bread for 2 days, and today I'm gonna do it. It's been in my fridge for those 2 days, and so I gotta do something with it now. So anyway, so I'm gonna pour all my sourdough in here, and I'm gonna divide it and make into two. Make 2 loaves out of this. You see all that sugar. Sugar has melted. It melted throughout. So anyway, I gotta do something. It's overproofed, so I don't even know what I'm gonna get out of this. I'm gonna put some cranberries throughout, and then we're gonna see what's gonna happen. Things just happen and it goes crazy and you forget about time. But that's a good thing about sourdough. You can leave it in the fridge and it'll be good for a couple days. So anyway, because of that sugar is very sticky. So I'm gonna try shape it the best way I can. Okay, and I'm gonna put it in my bowl, and I'm gonna put it back in the fridge, and I'm gonna bake it tomorrow because today, day's gone again. So, and then we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, I'm gonna put more cranberries. Okay, I'm gonna put it in this one, put some flour, and that's it. See if we can stitch and cover those cranberries. And we're gonna see if I'm gonna get any bread out of this, because, okay, I'm gonna put some plastic over, and it goes back in the fridge, and I'm gonna bake it tomorrow, because day is gone, and we'll see what happens. Okay friends, it's finally time to bake my bread. I made this bread a couple days ago. Actually, this is the third day, and I never had time to bake it. So I'm baking it today, finally. Been trying to get this bread and something always happens. So I'm gonna put some flour. This is white rice flour, and we're going to bake these pumpkin sourdough breads, and we're gonna see how they come out. Anyway, so like I said, I made this bread a couple days ago, well, 3 days, so I could bake the following day, and it didn't happen. So this morning, that's the first thing I'm gonna do, is bake this bread. Anyway, this is my pumpkin sourdough bread, and I'm gonna score. I'm gonna try to see if I can make this one into look like a pumpkin. We'll see. I'm gonna make a little smaller score in the middle of these. And we'll see how it comes out. These I want a more deepened cuts. I have my oven preheated at 450, and then I have my cast iron Dutch ovens in the oven, so they'll be super hot. And I'm gonna wait at least 20 minutes before I can take them out. So I'm making some cute designs. I'm gonna make it in both sides. And then I'm gonna show you when it's all done. My sourdough pumpkin bread. Okay friends, it is time to put my bread in the Dutch ovens. So we'll put them in here, and I'm gonna bake them for 30 minutes covered. Then I'm gonna take the lid off, and then I'm gonna bake another 15 minutes uncovered. Friends, I took my bread out of the oven. I knew we had overproofed, and when they overproof, they don't rise as much. They kind of mix a flatbread, so I expected that. So, but it smells so good in this kitchen. You can smell that pumpkin. Just didn't rise very much, because they've done all the resin in the refrigerator. So they are flat, they're heavy, but that's how it is, sourdough bread world. I'm gonna let them cool in here, and then I'm gonna cut it, and I'll show you.